Hello and welcome everyone to this video. Today we are going to be talking about internships, and this December is a sweet spot to apply for the summer 2021 internships. And hopefully by 2021 everything is going to be resolved and you can actually go there and do the internships offline, not virtually. So let's get into this video. So let me start talking about internship types. They are either fully paid, partially paid, or free. In the fully paid, it might cover you everything: your transportation to the destination country, your place of stay, food, and also some money for you to spend. But in partial, they might only pay one of them, and maybe even two if you're lucky. And in free, they just don't pay anything. You have to cover your own expenses. So if you have money for around 3 months to cover your stay in other country, then you have much more chance of getting into internships, because free internships, they're everywhere. So you can basically get into them with more chances. So how do I get one? First of all, if you're studying at the university, you can go to your career advising center and ask for them if they have any available internships in partner universities, because most of the universities have partner universities where they offer each other partner university exclusive internships. And for example, you can tell them your major, your interested field area, and where you exactly want to go, if it's for example USA, Japan, or Europe, your choice. And the second thing are the Facebook groups. They are literally tons of them. You can just go there and there are, for example, the files, the Google Sheets, Excel files that contain every detail about the internship that you want. For example, if I want biology internships, I can find there 50 internships in one file if I get lucky enough. Third one is just Googling. You can, for example, start typing biology internships summer 2021 in USA. And then there will be a bunch of results. You can look through them. You're gonna look for requirements. That's basically it. Fourth, go to the university's website or the institutes. If you search long enough, you'll find the web pages where there are lots of internships. And alternatively, you can find the professors' websites. Fifth, talk to your senior students who already had an experience with internships. And most of the times, these students will be glad to answer your questions. For example, if you approach me with your questions, for example, how did you get into this internship? I will be glad to answer your questions, because, I don't know, it just feels really good to help other people, I think. Next way to get an internship is emailing professors directly. Most of the times, they are gonna just ignore your message. But if you are curious enough, and if you are brave enough, and you have some time to write messages, personal messages to every professor that you want to work with, then if you, for example, email 100 of them, if you're lucky, you're gonna get about 3, maybe 10 answers, most of them being rejections, but some of them will answer by saying, hey, yeah, let's have a chat, let's have an interview. Then maybe you will get one internship out of 100. So that's how internships work. So I talked about how to get these internships, but I didn't talk about what kinds of documents do you need. So first of all, it's gonna be motivation letter, and then CV or resume. Then it's gonna be your recommendation letters. Most of the times it's 2 from your professors that you did a research or maybe internship with, or maybe even just had a class with this professor. And then it's gonna be passport, maybe. Then it's going to be your official internships and achievements that you got. And that's basically it. What about the organization of these internships? I would suggest you to open a Google Sheet or Excel file containing all of the information about the internship. For example, name of the internship, the website of it, the deadline, and also what kind of documents do you need, when the application opens, and then when it stops, for example, and when is it going to actually happen. These are really important ones, so you might want to consider writing them down. And then, for example, once you find something, or maybe one of the 6 that I mentioned above, choices where you can find these internships, just note it down into that document. And believe me, it's going to be a lot easier when you have this progress. And for example, when you are done with something, just make it green or make some kind of a note. It's going to be easier. One piece of advice: collaborate with your friends. It might sound very weird because you're going to be competing for the same space, but it's going to be very fun if 2 of you or 3 of you get into the same internship. It's going to be hella fun. I mean, it didn't happen to me, but it happened to be that I was with the guys with my friends from the same university in the same internship that I got in another country. And I would really suggest you doing that, because it also helps. For example, you might just overlook some internship and then your friend might call it out. So basically, we used to apply for these internships during the classes. For example, if I'm looking on a Facebook group which types of internships I can find, and then if I find one, I'm gonna send my friend this internship, and then we're gonna start applying together. And it's much faster and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So believe me, trust me. When can I apply for internships? It's anytime during your bachelor's or even your master's degree. But most of the times, these internships require you to be on the 2nd or 3rd year of your bachelor's. But it doesn't mean that you can apply after the end of your 1st year, or maybe when you're finishing a bachelor or when you're doing master's. So don't be scared to apply, just look for them and eventually you're gonna find it. The 1st year of your bachelor's, you won't have much chance getting into the internship, but it's worth a try. Because I have seen some students, these are really rare, but they got into the internships. So if that person did it, there's a good chance that you might also have that chance. Rejection. Finally, don't worry about the rejections. It's all part of the process. So from my own experience, I can tell you that I applied to more than 50 programs about 2 years ago, for example, and only 3 of them, I got accepted into 3 of them, and 2 of them I had to reject because the one that I accepted was the best one for me. I mean, it was the most interesting one. However, I encourage you to apply for even more. Maybe I got lucky, I just was lazy about it, and it is actually not much. You should aim to apply for 100 each year. Then you will definitely get into one of them. If you don't, make it 200. Just don't give up. Apply, and apply. Don't be worried about rejections. Even if you are applying to so many internships, you have to put time and effort to each one of them. Because if you don't, they're gonna see that you just sent the same motivation letter, CV, and all that stuff for the different programs, just changing the university names. You have to put your effort, and it's gonna be personalized to the program, to the university, to the professor. So just keep that in mind. And also keep in mind that all of them are free to apply. So there are no tuition fees for that. Just applying. Don't worry about that. Wait, but I don't have any experience in the lab. How am I going to stand out? For that purpose, I will make another video. For example, how to start doing a research with a professor in the lab, and also another video on how to write CV and motivation letter so that you can stand out. Stay tuned. Bye bye.